When you were a child, did your parents, grandparents, or some other adult in your life hoping to impart some wisdom or entice you to choose a different path ever tell you, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is? When you were told that, were you trying to do something? Were you dreaming big? What did you think? Did you dismiss the statement as nonsense? Or did you take it to heart and change course? And if you changed course, did it dampen your curiosity? Make you see the world in a different light? Maybe one that wasn't so friendly after all, or one that wasn't quite as honest and trustworthy as you once thought? Certain phrases that we hear when we are young, or at least younger, change how we view the world. They also imprint in our brains, and then when we think we need to be older and wiser, we share them. When we share them, it's usually based on legitimate care and concern, but doing so can inadvertently also increase doubt and suspicion. Questioning the world can be a good thing. If those who came before us never questioned how and why certain things were the way they were or are the way they are, and in some cases take some pretty big chances, well, certain words like penicillin, electricity, internet, airplane, they might not be in our vocabulary. Life as we know it would be very different. But too much doubt, too much suspicion can have the opposite effect. It isn't a stretch to think that someone who receives a slew of spam emails claiming they have won prizes and responds to one only to have their identity stolen might give up on email altogether and just stop checking it. And if that happens, they could miss a legitimate invoice like an electric bill. And we all know what happens when bills go unpaid. Services get shut off. The same is true for text messages. Suspicion is a good thing when it comes to those scam, easy pass, and easy toll texts. It's not good if an employee mistakes a legitimate request to attend a last-minute meeting and they think it's a scam, or if someone ignores a tornado warning in the middle of the night. Now, one of the problems with this phrase, however, is that once we hear it, we're apt to believe it, not just in our heads, but in our hearts. We naturally think, oh, nothing can be that good, and then things spiral from there. There's no reason why someone would do something good unless they wanted something. There's no reason why something that good would be something that I could have or I could receive, because I'm not worthy. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That phrase helps us to fill in the gaps when we find them, to create stories where we need them, and to turn away from or not believe in certain things, good things. Now, do you see where I'm going with this? One of the reasons that some don't believe in God, and sometimes we let our relationship with God slide, is because we have been taught that if something is too good to be true, it probably is. Thirsty? Come to the waters. There's plenty for everyone. They will refresh and restore you. Wait a second. You mean I don't need to feel the way I've been feeling? Like I'm carrying this huge burden around? Like the world is crashing down around me? Hungry? Stomach growling? You don't have money? No problem. Everyone is welcome here. There's more than enough to go around. In fact, there's an abundance. Wine, milk? Yep, there's both. In fact, there's plenty. Enough for everyone who wants some. Now, wait a second. You mean I don't need money? You mean this isn't going to cost me a thing? You mean that I can show up as I am? You do know I've sinned, that I am a sinner, and that's okay? God, you're still willing to have a relationship with me? I just need to come to you, be willing to listen, and there's an everlasting covenant? Well, let me tell you, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. And I'll say it again. The answer is yes. All of those things are true. So say it with me. Yes. God is great all the time. Have a blessed week, everyone.